I'll put it on here.
Tony, you know, as cold as it is out here, you should have a coat on or something.
I was sorry to hear about Melvin.
Yeah, he liked you a lot. He said you had class.
Well, you definitely can't tell if a person has class just by looking at them, can you?
How's the dance class going, Tony?
What are you doing here, Malcolm?
Look, this is hard for me too, okay?
Fine, the kids are getting better every day.
I'm sure they are. You're the teacher. How could they not be? In 6 months' time, they're going to be moving like
In 6 months, they won't even remember me.
Of course they will.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will. Tony, why are you talking like this?
Because I'm moving, that's why.
Moving? Where you moving to?
If you must know, Atlanta.
Tony, don't do this.
Why not, Malcolm? Give me one reason to stay here.
For us. Because no matter what I did in the past with all those other women, it doesn't make a difference because the only time I ever made love in my entire life was when I was with you.
You know what, Malcolm? Everything you say sounds like a lie.
It's not. It's the truth, and it's all I have left, I swear.
You know what I can't understand, Malcolm? Ever since our people were dragged to this country, our flesh has been used as currency. And here you are, a bright, articulate young man who can make anything of himself, and you choose to be a... Why, Malcolm?
Because sometimes we're chained to our past no matter what.
And what in the hell is that supposed to mean?
Tony, as far back as I can remember, my father cheated on my mother. He broke her heart over and over again. I was 9 years old.
Malcolm, listen.
9 when the Johnsons moved in next door to my family. Mrs. Johnson was gorgeous, beautiful. Every man on the block wanted her, and Mr. Johnson was always gone. And it seemed like Mrs. Johnson always needed my daddy to come to the house and fix something for her conveniently when my mama wasn't working.
Oh, maintenance man, like father, like son, huh?
Tony, I hated him for it. I hated him so much, but I kept my resentment buried deep down inside because he was my father. And I would pray to God that he would change him, but my prayers would go unanswered until one day, Mr. Johnson decided he was going to come home from work early. And I saw his car coming up the block. Tony, I saw him. I could have warned my father, but I thought, no, he needed to be taught a lesson.
What does this have to do
Well,
with
I'd heard a gunshot before, but never a 45 and never that close. And the gun went off and Mrs. Johnson was screaming. Then there was another gunshot, Mrs. Johnson was silent. Then there was another gunshot, and there was nothing. And I ran next door as fast as I could. And when I got there, I found my father laid out in a pool of blood, Tony, and he slipped away in my arms. In my arms. I did it because I wanted to be my father. I did it because I wanted to hurt his lovers. I did it because I wasn't man enough to be anything else until I met you.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. It's too much, okay?
I can respect that. I can respect that. That's a lot to put on a person, you're right. You know, it's kind of funny because my granddaddy was a player. My daddy was a player. And now here I come. Now I'm just played.
That's not funny, Malcolm. It's not funny at all, all
Tony,
right?
all I'm saying is that I never really had a shot. I've had to face death 3 times.
Malcolm,
First
I
the
have
death
to
of my
go.
father, then the death of Melvin, and now the death of my very own soul, because when I broke your heart, something inside me died too. Tony, don't you understand? You made me believe again. You made me believe that anything was possible, that I could be the musician I always wanted to be. You understood my passions, and you made me forgive my pain. I just hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me one day.
Malcolm, you lied to me.
Because I was afraid, Tony.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
That if you knew the truth, I wouldn't have had a chance.
What do you mean?
Haven't you ever been in a crowd of people, but you still felt alone?
No.
Well, that's the life of a player. And then you came along and you changed all of that in one instant just by smiling at me. And when you smiled at me, it was like bright, warm sunshine on a cold winter morning, something as simple as a smile.
I'm sure I wasn't the first woman to smile at you, Malcolm.
A smile is in the eyes. That small glimpse of the soul you see.
Malcolm.
And when you smiled at me, I wanted to tie my star to your star. And until that moment in time, I never wanted to be attached to anyone or anything.
What scares me, Malcolm, is how can one man that has had more women than any man could dream of fall in love with just me? I don't want to.
Tony, somebody really did a number on you. Because you don't know just how special you are. I don't know much about God and that sort of thing, but I know he doesn't make any 2 raindrops or snowflakes that fall alike. And I know in my heart he made you special just for me. See, I'm a man who's had my share of life's ups and downs. I was lost until the day you came around. Girl, I took one look at you, and right then I knew my heart had finally found the one who was designed for me. See, I may not know much about God, but I believe it is His plan for me right here, right now, to take a stand. And I want to let you know, from this day forth, I want to be your man. And I can if you let me be. You're the one for me, yeah. It doesn't take much for one to see that I was made for you. Yes, I was. And you, my love, were made for me. Oh, the one for me. Oh, 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 you are special in so many ways. From your head down to your toes, beauty from inside, it really shows. It really does. All of your most inner thoughts, your most secret place, I wanna get to know. And baby, you got to believe me, you're for me, yes you are. It doesn't take much for one to see that I was made to love you, yes I was. And you, my love, were made for me. You're the only one for me, baby. I love you and I don't want to see another day without you, yeah. I was made to love you, yes I was. And you, my love, were made for. You're the only one for me. Can you see? Oh, I really need you, baby. I need you and I don't need to go nowhere. Oh, I really need you, baby. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Please say yes, baby. Please, Tony.
No, I love you, I really do, but I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You can't do it, Tony. How you gonna just walk away from me? Tony, don't you?